Time for another review, and this week we're going to look at something that was close to my heart when I was younger, but now it's come back for the 21st century. It is Blood of the Zombies on the iPhone store. Now, these were obviously released in books back in the day, but now we've got apps because they're better. So I'm going to talk you through a bit about the rules, a bit about the game itself, a bit about how it plays, and just like how cool it is to have these things back on our phone. But first of all, you can see screen there. Look at that, zombies, Blood of the Zombies. The artwork in the game is brilliant, and what the? Hey, just no, get away from the car. Hey, come on, wait. No, get away. Hello, hello. No, do you know what? Yeah, they've been. No, there's a few people just kind of milling around. On the what? No, I've not heard anything. I don't know. But no. What was that? Okay, well, why don't you come around then? And yeah. Well, yeah.
Where are the radio stations? You just type it in.
I don't know. I'm trying them.
Have you actually done what you wanted to do?
I don't know. I'm trying to get a radio station. I can't get anything. Where are they? I think. Portable gaming is great. You've got your mobile phones and your Vitas. They're like a real kind of glimpse of the future. But if, let's just say that society collapses and you no longer got access to a working plug socket, what do you do then? Well, there is an answer to that question, and as with most things, for the answer you have to look back in the 1980s. There was a series of books called Fighting Fantasy, an unholy combination of adventure and reading that was known as Choose Your Own Adventure. How great does that sound? Choose your own adventure. And they were great. There were lots of these books, mostly set in this kind of fancy world with orcs and goblins. You'd buy the books, you'd create a character and choose an adventure with them. You'd turn to different pages of the book to control their actions, to control the story. And they were fantastic. The books were all stunning. And then, like most things, kids get distracted and they go on to the next fad, and the books slowly dried up and went out of print till they went away. But now they come back again. Look, here they are, a book with pages, back on bookshelves once again. The book is just the same as you remember. You roll the dice to get your stamina, you choose your page to go to, you have an adventure guide to track all the items you pick up. It's just as you remember. Well, it's not quite the same because the book's been streamlined somewhat since. It is a bit different. The books have been streamlined since the old days. In the old books you'd have attributes for skill and luck. So sometimes you'd have to test your luck or to survive things. Or you'd have to use your skill to get past an obstacle in the game. It's not in this one. You've got your stamina and that's it. But that's fine, because when you're fighting a horde of zombies, it doesn't really come down to skill. It comes down to the kind of weapon you have. It works like this. Each weapon lets you roll a certain number of dice, and you then take away or add a number on top of your roll. For example, you start with your fists. They let you roll 1d6 and then take away 3. A shotgun, however, gives you 2 dice plus an extra 6. When you get into a fight, you don't worry about the stamina of your enemies like in the old books. Zombies attack in groups. So if you're attacked by, say, 5, then you have to roll a 5 in order to kill them. Anything under that, you take however many zombies are left as damage. So with your fists, the best you could roll is a 3. So you'd be losing 2 stamina points, whatever. But that shotgun would wipe out that group in one go. It's a different system, but it's the kind of system that helps get across what it's like to fight a group of zombies. At the start of the game they come in 1s or 2s, and you can cope with that, they're manageable. And then you pick up a baseball bat and you feel like a god. And then you start picking up more weapons and more weapons, and you feel more and more powerful. Until then a group of 16 comes around the corner, and suddenly you're panicking, you've got a shotgun but you're scared of rolling a double 1. And that grenade you used a few pages ago seems like a terrible, terrible waste. The game is brutally hard in places, but that's fine. Because you just go back to the beginning of the book and start again. It's replayable, that's the whole idea. You choose a different page to go to, you choose a different option. There's choices and abundance in this game, and that's what makes them so compelling. You also get a great story that you create. No matter what happens, it generally flows quite well. And then you get some lovely, lurid artwork on every page. The story is typical fighting fantasy with a mad scientist and gruesome bad guys. Despite being set in the modern world, it doesn't feel like a departure from the old books. Having everything kept in one castle, one location, adds an air of familiarity to it. So it's great. Having these books back on the shelves is a joy. And they should be thrust into the hands of the nearest child you can find of a decent reading age as soon as possible. Because what you get between these pages is an introduction to RPGs, you get a great lesson in storytelling design, plus a guide to what kind of weapons you need to fight off a zombie apocalypse. But for the other audience, the audience will be returning to these books. What you'll find here between these pages is nostalgia. Memories of an age that's gone away. But this is a good nostalgia, a great nostalgia. Because this is the kind of nostalgia that you can give to other people.